In regard to our mind, in regard to our thought process, let me mention it this way, and Dr. Lipton of Stanford University has done amazing work in regard to our thought process. If we have 100% belief in just about anything, like 100% belief in healing, we can instantly heal, like that. They took the folks out of the churches and they found out that 15% of them that supposedly got healed miraculously literally did. The reason is they had 100% belief. Now, by the way, let's go on the other side of the coin. You can also instantaneously kill yourself with your mind. So this thing has a magical and a very instrumental usage in regard to all of our health, of our mind and of our body. But the idea here is that let's understand how we have this thing produce toxicity. I'm going to give you a phrase, and I hope that you keep it for the rest of your life. And the phrase is this: anything less than a loving thought is toxic. Did you get that one? Anything less than a loving thought is toxic. Now, folks, this is literal. This is totally understood now. Now, what are we talking about? The name of this talk is called Taking Responsibility. The idea of it is we have forgotten how to do that because very, very basically, we never really knew how. The thing I'm saying is we were taught and trained how to think less than loving thoughts when we started this whole life. And our parents were taking care of us. And then society started taking care of us. And we kept giving responsibility away to anybody who'll take it. We give it away to who? Rabbis, ministers, priests. We give it away to doctors, attorneys. I know you give it away to stockbrokers. The idea of this is we have to take it back. Now, is it tough to take back? Absolutely. Absolutely. So what we want to acknowledge right now is how we can utilize this where it truly works. I'm going to give you a metaphor on how this really, really produces a problem for us first. Most of you probably drive a car, and I would like to have you remember back when that guy cut you off when you were driving. Remember that moment in your life? And you went, oh, God, that crazy guy, I'm going to kill him. You know what I'm saying? The last time you were cut off in your car, you produced a tremendous amount of vengeance. And you took all of that energy that you produced through that chemical gathering from how we think, and you threw that stuff like crazy at that guy. It's always a guy, you know. The idea of it is how much of that negative energy does that individual receive? Anybody know? Maybe about 2 or 3%. In other words, radio waves work. If they're only receiving about 2 or 3%, who in the world is receiving the rest? You. Right. We are. I hope you can feel it when I say this, folks. Please stop killing yourself. Please stop killing yourself. Families, societies are created thinking critically, thinking less than loving thoughts. In fact, some people would rather think critically instead of loving. In fact, we see it every day. So let's consider this other way of handling that particular problem like this. Next time you have someone cut you off, gosh, maybe I've done that before myself. Or maybe he didn't know what he was doing. Or maybe I didn't give him enough room. Now, those 3 things I just mentioned, none of those were less than a loving thought. And life kept flowing, and everyone kept moving, and we didn't get ourselves in trouble. So the thing that I'm saying is this: next time you get yourself into any vengeance or jealousy or anger or hatred, any of those things, allow that bad feeling that occurs in the gut to flip a switch, and that switch should say, what am I doing right now? Because of the fact we're the ones that are killing ourselves. Unless that person has a 2x4 or something else, that individual is a great teacher to allow us to know how we're doing. How much out of balance can we get? So please consider that, and then let's literally start to think lovingly.